For data sharing among countries, I think the international agencies, especially ESCAP, could play a critical role in promoting the data sharing across countries, especially in the transboundary river basin management, especially many kind of pollutions, many flash floods may affect several countries, and also like a tsunami. It also requires the regional cooperation. And also, I think the international organizations like ESCAP, who can enjoy the greater trust from member states, they can play a very important role to promote the open data sharing in the platform. Yeah. Open government data holds great potential for countries to pursue the sustainable development goals. Now, the most developed countries, they already achieved a lot in pursuing the open government data. And also, they already see the great value in using the open government data in the area of DRR. For example, the UK has started to release the flood assessment data starting November 2014. They released the data to the programmers and the developers, and those kind of developers and programmers immediately come out with very innovative solutions for the fighting the flood. So, and also other countries, they're also starting to open their data to all stakeholders, especially the private sector, to come out with innovative solutions in DRR. And the developing countries, although they have some difficulty in implementing the open government data, especially in these countries, there is lack of a regulatory and legislative framework for implementing open government data. Now some countries have already piloted with this exercise, but still the government needs to be committed to implement this open government data, especially from the top political leadership. As I said, the open government data holds great potential to DRR in all stages of DRR, but at the very beginning, it also needs the support from developed countries, technically and also financially. Also, I mean, the developing countries can also learn from each other within the South-South framework.
So do you see?
As to the relationship between connectivity and open government data, I should say it's very essential that open government data should have the full support from IT infrastructure. Without the connectivity, the open government data cannot be collected, cannot be stored, cannot be disseminated. So the ICT connectivity also it's very important for the dissemination of the data and the information for all stakeholders in the DRR. Yeah.
And what is?
Okay. Our office is also very pleased to be invited to be part of the interagency working group on ICT. And also we are very committed to work closely with our colleagues at ESCAP in the area of ICT for sustainable development, especially in the area of ICT and e-government for gender equality and women empowerment, and also the very important area of ICT for DRR. That DRR is very important in the UN system, and also all the important UN documents all reaffirmed and recognized the centrality of the DRR in all our operational and activities and programs, because the DRR, I mean, it's how to say, it's also a cross-cutting issue in all SDG goals. Yeah. As to the relationship between connectivity and open government data, I should say it's very essential that open government data should have the full support from IT infrastructure. Without the connectivity, the open government data cannot be collected, cannot be stored, cannot be disseminated. So the ICT connectivity also it's very important for the dissemination of the data and the information for all stakeholders in the DDR, in the DRR. Yeah. Hello, my name is Keping. I am from UN Project Office on Governance, which is part of UN Division for Public Administration and Development Management. The objective of our office is to improve the capacity building of developing countries, especially LDCs, small island development states, and landlocked countries, post-conflict countries in Asia and Pacific region, in its capacity building in governance and public administration. And also, currently, the focus of our office is on e-governance and government innovation through ICT. We have been working with SGAP in very close manner, and currently we are working with IDD in the area of disaster risk reduction, especially how the open government data can improve the disaster risk reduction. The open government data is very important in facilitating and supporting the DRR in all 4 stages. And also, open government data can improve the transparency, accountability, and the trust, especially in government, because the trust in government is extremely important in times of emergency. And of course, open government data is driven by the open government policy. It's a global phenomenon. And many developed countries and developing countries are pursuing this policy, this initiative for pursuing sustainable development goals. Our office has been also working with SDD, the Social Development Division, in the area of using e-government for promoting gender equality and women's empowerment for the past 2 years. We have already finished phase 1, and also we are starting to implement the phase 2. We will develop the training module and the toolkit for developing countries, and try to help developing countries in the Asian Pacific region to improve the gender equality and women's empowerment.